I have learned of a story of a king who loved the people who hated him. This is the story of the good king Umberto I of Italy in the late 1800s. That same year he became the king. An anarchist tried to take away his life using a dagger. This took place during a parade while he was touring the city of Naples. Revolution is brewing on the mind of the city's inhabitants. The king was advised to use force to execute military power to suppress the insurgency of these rebels. The king did not take the advice. Rather, he took a very different approach. In the year 1884, the city of Naples was hit with the deadly disease of cholera. This plague raged its fury. People were dying everywhere as this terrible disease claimed the lives of over 1,400 individuals. So in this weakness, the king found the opportunity, the perfect opportunity to conquer them. But how would he do it? What did the king do? According to the story on how the history narrates it, the king laid aside his kingly garments and clothed himself in a garment of an ordinary citizen. And through compassion and kindness, he gave up his time and his resources to stay the plague. And the locals, the citizens, loved this humble stranger, not knowing that he is the king, of course, because this king they despised and passionately hated. They fell in love with him, and only as the plague left, they discovered the true identity of this stranger. Upon realizing that he is the king they hated so much, upon realizing that the king responded with love to their hatred, kindness to their cruelty, and mercy to their malice, the people after that were conquered. Not by force, but conquered by love of a person they hated so much. As we learn about this story, we are reminded of another king, a different people who were in sinful rebellion against this king. And this king could have used its heavenly forces, the military might of the angelic hosts, to force this rebellious planet to surrender to him. But King Jesus, he knew that the only way to conquer the sinful hearts of humanity was to show love. Just like the Umberto the Good did, King Jesus left aside his heavenly palace. He left his kingly garments and clothed himself in the garments of the human flesh. Left the heavenly palace and came to the sinful world, a world plagued by sin, people dying, people killing each other, people who are battered in all aspects of human life. He came to relieve the sufferings of humanity. When he came, many didn't recognize that he is the King of Kings. He had everything of heaven, but he had the approach of the common man. Jesus came not only to relieve our sufferings or to heal us, but he also came to bring us a special gift from heaven. And this special gift given to humanity is Jesus, all of heaven poured out in one gift and given to the human race. Jesus Christ is the gift, and accepting this gift brings eternal life. Oftentimes, the character of God is misunderstood, and because of this, people rebel from God. They hated him. turning away and worshiping other gods. But through Jesus, God's loving character is manifested. In clarity, God's true character is revealed to humanity. Would you not want to surrender to a king like this? Would it be a great opportunity to crown him as the king of your life? Or would you rather continue your life of sin and hatred and rebellion against the good king who seeks to love you? Friends, the answer is yours. But I pray that through this story of the humble king, your answer will be, yes, King Jesus, be the king of my life, today, tomorrow, and forever.